programming practices, or you can say logic development, something like that. Now, here, before starting with the programming, let me discuss the syllabus so you can have idea that what we are going to discuss in this semester. So, let us start with the syllabus. Let me start sharing my screen, and so my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Uh, Let me tell you the way we are going to perform the experiment. So the first thing is in each lab, I will try to explain you some fundamental concept. Okay, and then I will give you small examples, and then you are supposed to perform those experiments in ID whatever you wish to use. Okay, and then I will ask randomly. I will ask anyone to share your screen. So if you are using your mobile for attending classroom, okay, uh, please use laptop. Why? Because if I will ask you to share your screen, then you have to share your screen from laptop. Now, another thing, randomly I will ask anyone to share your screen. So be ready with it. And ID, I don't have any ID preference, so whatever ID you want, you wish to use, you can use. Okay, so as per your convenience, and uh, we will have more programming practices. So let me start the session, today's session. So let us start with the syllabus. So we will start with the syllabus. So in the content, we are going to start with the introduction to Python. So we will start with the installation and working of the Python. So the way the Python is working, so that we have discussed in today's session, and then we will have some features of the Python, that how Python is more improved, or why Python is different compared to other programming language. Then what is the how many types of data types are there, okay, in Python, and then what is the those means advantage and disadvantages of individual data type, let's say mutable and immutable data type. Then how data block or code block will be created in the Python, that we will discuss. So after that, we will continue our discussion with the Python data type. So here we will see that how to declare and use the variable, okay, and how to use numerical, then float, you can say string, boolean, so various types of data type that we will see. Then we will have some discussion on operators, then expression. Okay, means how to write the expression and how to use it. Then we will discuss program flow control. It means program flow control, or program control means if and if else, then else if ladder, then the for loop, okay, while loop, then the for else loop, while else loop. So, loop manipulation using pass, then break statement, continue statement. So that we will discuss means program control. After program control, we will discuss how to create the user-defined function in Python. Okay, the way you have created your own function in C or C++. Then we will have a look at some of the more advanced data types of Python, like string, list, tuple, dictionary, then set. So we will discuss it. Then we will discuss what is exception handling. Okay, so how exception handling will be implemented in Python. So exception handling means error handling mechanism. So how we can handle the error in our own way. Why? Because normal error occurrence will result into the program termination. Okay, so here we will try to learn that how we can handle it in our own way. And next is classes and means object oriented programming. So here we will try to learn some basic of the object oriented programming, how to create the class, how to implement the inheritance, okay, how to create the private, public or protected variable, okay, how to create the methods of the class, okay, how to create the object, okay, inheritance. So encapsulation means whatever basic fundamentals of the object oriented programmings are there, those we will discuss here. Then we will start our discussion with the regular expression. So regular expression are widely used for data search. Okay, so we will try to learn the regular expression in such a way that we will try to find some specific pattern occurring into the text. Okay, or we will try to match it with a specific pattern. How to write some regular expression, match function. Okay, so that we will discuss. After that, one of the key component or the key unit that we are going to discuss it is data analytics and data visualization. So here we will try to discuss various libraries like NumPy, then Pandas, and visualization means Matplotlib. Okay, if time permit, then we will discuss other plotting library as well. So this is what we are going to learn throughout the semester. Okay, in Python. Now, for reference, you can use Introduction to Computing and Problem Solving with Python by Jiva Jose and Sojan Lal, or Python the Complete Reference by Martin Brown, or Python for Data Analysis by Wes McKinney. Now, actually, this guy is the author of NumPy and Pandas library. So you can refer to the book if you want to go with the NumPy and Pandas as well, NumPy as well as Panda in depth. Now I'm also creating a series of tutorial for Pandas. Okay, so I hope by the end of this semester I will be in position to publish those videos on YouTube channel, so you can watch from there. Now that's it. What we are going to cover in this semester. Now, do you have any doubt, or if you want to add anything into this discussion, or the things whatever we have discussed till now? Yes, anyone, anything you would like to add, or if you are having any doubt in syllabus? Yes, do you have any doubt, or there is any specific topic which you want to learn in depth?
No, sir.
No, sir. Okay. Can we move forward?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, next thing is where we will write the code. So, for writing code, we will use Anaconda. So, let me show you the interface. Now, here we are having various options for IDE. Okay, so let me try to explain you all the options. Now, different or separate options which are available as an ID for Python. Okay, those are, let's say you can write code in Notepad++, or you can write code in Eclipse, or you can write code in PyCharm. Then Spider is also there. Okay, Jupyter Notebook is there. Interactive Python is also there. So whatever IDE you wish to use, okay, even in Visual Studio you can also write Python code. So whatever IDE you wish to use, you can use as per your conveniency. Okay, but I will be focusing more on Anaconda Navigator. Okay, is it visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. So why I will prefer why I'm preferring Anaconda, because Anaconda will allow us to create a specific environment. So let's say if you are working on data science project, and if you require a specific set of libraries for data science, okay, then you can configure those libraries into the environment, and then you can use that environment for specifically for data science. Or if you are working with the computer vision, and if you want to create a specific environment for computer vision, then you can create it. So let me just try to show you the ID whatever you are going to use, or if you wish to use. So here, if you open the Anaconda Navigator, and in Navigator in left side panel, you will find various options like home, then there is environment. So as I told you that environment will be helpful whenever you are working on a specific project with certain set of libraries. So this environment, then there is learning. So in learning, it contains the set of tutorials as well as course which you can use for Python learning. So okay, so if you want to learn from here, then you can, here you can filter, let's say documentation, then there is a training. Okay, if you will click on training, it will show you all training related. Similarly, there is webinar. So training is there. Okay, but there is no webinar right now. Okay, why? Because for that you have to update it. So learning, then community is also there for individual framework or library, and home. Now, let me just try to explain the environment. So this is the base environment or root environment. By default, there will be one environment which you can use for development, and here there will be set of installed library. Let's say if you want to install any other library, then here click on select all. Okay, and let's say I want to install library GCC mutex, okay, which is used for inter synchronization, okay, or interprocess communication, mutual exclusion. So if I want to install that libraries, and then first I will select that library, okay, and then at bottom here you can see I will get the apply button. So if I will click on apply, okay, then that library will be installed, and it will be, means it will be downloaded, and it will be installed into this base environment. Okay, so if I want to use those features, then I can use those feature into the base environment. So similarly, you can install any library if you want to use. For example, some of the basic library like pandas. Okay, so panda is also it is pre-installed. Then there will be numpy library. Okay, so numpy is also installed. So some of the libraries which are required by user very frequently, okay, those library are already implemented, or they are already installed into the Anaconda environment, okay, or you can say ID. Now, if we look at the various option, then various option for library development, okay, then here it is exe. This and PowerShell from this both will be used for, let's say, configuring the ID. If you want to update the Anaconda, then you can use the PowerShell. The Jupyter Lab and Jupyter Notebook will be used for you can say for developing the Python program. Okay, then IPY, so that is interactive Python. So that also you can use. Let's say then there is a Spider. So if you want to write code in Spider, then click on launch. Okay, then it will open the Spider, and in Spider you can write the code. So let's say I am just opening the Spider, and let me show you where we can write the code for the Spider. So this is the Spider ID here. Here we are going to write the code. So in this portion, we will write the code. Okay, and if you will click on play button, run file, then in this portion you will get the output. Okay, and here there is a console. So if you wish to use, then you can use console this here. Okay, let's say let me click on print hello. So here is the output which we are getting. Okay, and here is our source code. So I have not used Spider for developing the Python. Okay, here you can also use VS Code, or you can say Visual Studio Code. So in Visual Studio Code as well, you can develop the Python code. Okay, and here you can write code as per your convenience. Now, other option, the IDE which we are going to use for Python, that is Jupyter Notebook. So we will launch the Jupyter Notebook. Okay, it will start Jupyter Notebook in web browser, as you can see, and here uh, here we have started uh, VS Code as well. So after some time, we will get the VS Code. Now here, all these options might not be visible to you. Why? Because all the IDs might not be installed into your system. Okay, so to use the VS Code, first you have to install it. Now let's move back to the Jupyter Notebook. So in Jupyter Notebook, as you can see, this will be the page where you will be there on starting the Jupyter Notebook. Now, if you want to create a new file, okay, then here go to the new and click on Python 3. So it will create a new file. If you want to create a text file, okay, then text file, then directory, then you can go with the folder. Okay, if you want to open start a terminal, okay, then you can also start the terminal where you can execute all the code. Now, if we look at the library, okay, then this is how library means that home directory. Then this is how it will look like. They all this file, okay, which I have selected right now. This file contains some code. Okay, so here if you look at the file code, okay, then it is .ipynb. Meaning of ipynb is interactive Python notebook. Okay, so interactive Python is a you can say addition to the, or you can say library or plugin to the Python, which will help, which will facilitate you the features like line by line execution, okay, line number or statement number, then grouping of the statement. So that is implemented in interactive Python, and meaning of NB is notebook. So whenever we will create a new file, a new notebook will be created, and that notebook will contain the code. Okay, so uh, 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 if we just try to open any of this file, let's say we open the let's say b batch file. Okay, so if we will open that file, then here, as you can see, this file contain the code. This file contains the code which we are going to use, and how to run it. So that we will see. Let I will create another file for you people. So let's create a new file, new Python 3. Okay, let's give some name. Okay, so if you want to rename the file, then click on this file name. Okay, so new dialog box will be served. It will be displayed. So let's say C batch and rename it. So this is how you can rename it. Now here every time you will execute a cell, okay, a new cell will be created. Okay, so that we will see, and how to run it, that also we will see. Uh, these are the menus. So let's say edit, uh, if you want to move any cell up or down, okay, then view is there, then insert cell. So most of time we are not going to use except this kernel. Okay, so let's say if your program is getting stuck or it is entering into infinite loop, then here you can go with the restart. Okay, and next option is, let's say if you want to run entire file step by step, then you can click with the restart and clear output. So all the previously generated output will be removed, and then you can generate the new output. Then there is a restart and run also. It will execute all the uh, cells and reconnect. It is used for if you're in case if you are disconnected from the Python terminal, then this will help you to reconnect with the Python terminal, or you can say interpreter. Then next is shut down. So if you are done with the work, then you can shut down this. So it will be submitted properly to the system or Anaconda. Now, very simple thing, how to write comment in Python. So if you want to write comment in Python, then you have to use hash. So normally, if you will refer to the internet, okay, then on internet you will find that if you want to write multiple line comment, then you can use three time double quote. Okay, three time opening double quote and three time closing double quote, or you can say triple double quote, opening triple double quote and closing triple double quote. And in between this, you can write whatever comment you wish to write. Okay, but this is actually doc string, so or row string. So we will avoid this practice, and whenever we want to write comment, okay, we will use the hash. So we can say that Python does not support multiple line comment directly the way uh, it is written in other programming language like slash and asterisk, and closing will be the asterisk and slash. Okay, so here we are having only hash. Now there are two type of programming language: strongly typed and weakly typed. So strongly typed programming languages are the languages where we have to specify the data type of variable as well. While in case of weakly type programming language, we do not have to specify the data type. Simply declare the variable and use it. So Python is a weakly type programming language. Okay. So if you want to declare a variable in Python, okay, then you can declare like this. Let's say um, a equals to 5. Okay, so this will declare a. Now, let's say if we want to know the value of a, then what is the data type of a? What is the ID, identifier of a? Okay, then we can get it like, let's say if you want to display anything to the user, we will use print function. Then if you want to display the value of variable a, then print a. If you want to know the type, data type of variable a, then type of a. Okay, and if you want to know the ID of particular variable, then we will write ID. Okay, so here if we try to execute now, how we will execute it? If you want to execute a particular cell, then we can execute it by shift enter. So this is output what we are getting, value of a, that is 5. What is the type of a? Type of a is class integer. Okay, means it is object of class integer, and then this is the ID. Now Let's discuss that how we can declare the multiple variable. So, in other programming languages, you declared in new line. Here, you can observe one thing that we have not mentioned semicolon anywhere. Okay, so semicolon is not compulsory. Okay, semicolon is optional in case of Python. So no need to specify the semicolon. Okay, if you will omit it, then also it's fine, and if you are writing it, then also it's fine. It's not mandatory. Now, if you want to declare the multiple variable in Python, okay, then it will be like let's say um, a equals to 5, and then b equals to 3, okay, then c equals to 4, then e equals to hello, okay, then f equals to 3.14. In other programming languages, we have done like this integer, then uh, string, okay, then plot. Okay, but as we have discussed earlier, Python is weakly type programming language, interpreter-based programming language where we do not require or where we do not have to specify the data type. Okay, so how this can be declared in Python? So in Python, how many variable we are using total? Uh, let's say here, let me make it D and here it is E. Okay, so we are using total five variables. So we will specify A, comma B, comma C, comma D, comma E. Okay, and then we will write only single equal, and then we will specify the value of those variable. Let's say uh, 5, comma 3, comma 4, comma hello, comma 3.14. Okay, so here we have declared in three line. That same thing we can do in Python in one line. So first we specify the name of the variable A, B, C, D, E. Then we will specify the value of those variable. So uh, here you can see in one line we are declaring different data type variable. Okay, so here in one line, first three values are integer, next value is string, next value is float. So in one statement only we have declared multiple variables. So there is no rule like we can declare only integer or float or you can say string or list or dictionary. Okay, so in one line using one equal sign you can declare n number of variables. Now let's try to print the value. So here we will print the value type and ID. So ID type of A and ID of A. The same line we will copy paste for 5 times. B, C, D, E, B, C, D, E. Here as well. B, C, D, E. So this is what we are getting in output. Okay. First three variables are of class integer, and next is of class string. Next is of class float. So this is how we can declare the variable. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me assign value of A and B to 5, 5. Here you see just here you look or just try to observe the ID. ID is 312, 248 and 280. Okay, now let's see what happens if we assign 5 to A and B. Okay, so have a look at this. What is value of A and B? What the value of A and B is 5. The class of the A and B or data type of A and B is integer. But have a look at the ID of A and B. Okay, so as we have discussed in today's lecture, the ID of both variable will be same. Okay, so this is the memory management. Only one memory location will be used. Now, let's move forward. Let's discuss something more. If you want to take any input from the user, okay, then you can use input variable. Yes, let me show you one trick of Python. Let's say we are having variable a, b, and c. Value is, let's say, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, let's keep it limited to two variable. Okay, and then we will swap those values. So let me print value of a and b. We want to swap the value of the variable a and b. Now, can anyone put the logic for swapping the variable value into the chat box?
Yes, it's okay.
So, can anyone put the logic into chat box? I want to swap the value of a and b. Yes, a is equals to a plus b and b is equals to a minus b. A is equals to a minus b. Yes, anything else? A is equals to a plus b, b is equals to a minus b, and a is equals to a minus b. Now, yes, so how we can swap the value. So let me show you that how we can do it in Python. So in Python, let's say if you want to swap the value of a and b, okay, then you can write a comma b equals to b comma a. That's it. That is very simple. Okay, so let's just try to look at the output. So 4 and 5. Value of a was 4 and b was 5. After swapping, you can see that value of a is 5 and value of b is 4. Okay, so it is not like that you can swap only two value. Okay, let's say we are having four variables c and d. Okay, and in c we are storing hello, and in d we are storing some float value. Okay, in b there is integer, but we want to store boolean value, so we will store true. So let's swap this value. In a currently there is 4, okay, in integer, and b we are having true. In C, there is a string hello, and in D, it is 3.14. So A, B, C, D. Here also A, B, C, D. Okay, so let's have a look at this. 4, 2, hello, 3.14. Now let's swap the value of AB and CD. Okay, so AB, CD. We want to swap the value of A and B, so and C and D. So ABCD equals to BA and DC. Here you can see 4 and true. It is swapped to true and 4, and hello and 3.14 is swapped to 3.14 and hello. Similarly, here you can write any sequence like let's say D C B A. Okay, so for true hello 3.14, it will be swapped to 3.14 hello true and 4. Okay, clear with this? So it is not mandatory that you can swap only same data type variable. Okay, you can also swap with any data type, and similarly you can swap n number of variable in Python. So, whatever number of, let's say if you want to swap the three variable value, then we have to write five or six, and four, we have to write eight or nine number of lines. Okay, but in Python we can do it in only one line. So this is the trick of Python for swapping the variables. In case in future if you require to implement the swap, then you can implement it like this. Now, let's move forward towards the input. Okay, so if you want to get input from the user, we have to use the input function. Okay, so x is equals to input. Okay, so if we will try to run this, then this is how it will look like. Then let's print it. 5, 5. Okay, if you want to display any message to user, let's say enter some value, enter some or display some message. Okay, then here you can see in output we will get that message and then we will get the input message. So let's say 678. So this is how we can get the input from the user. Now let's try to know the what is the type of the input or what is the class of the input. Okay, so for that type of x, and we can also go with the id. So it is not always mandatory that x is variable name, then type and then id. All three things you have to use. Okay, you can use any of this. So let me enter 45. Now you can see although I have entered 45, which is numerical value, the class or the type of that x is str string. Okay, so what we can say, whatever value you will enter over here, let's say I'm entering true. Okay, so for true also we are getting string. Then let's say I'm entering the value of pi 3.14, so that also we are getting string. So what is the common conclusion for this? We can say that whatever value you will enter via input function, okay, the data type of that value will be string. Okay, so by default it will be treated as a string, and if you want to use that input as an integer, then you have to perform the typecasting. Now, typecasting is like we are converting one type of data or one type of variable into another type of data or another type of variable. Okay, so how to do the typecasting? Let's say we want to convert input into integer. Okay, so we can write it like int into x. Okay, so let me enter some integer. So 34 will be converted to integer and it will be again stored into x, and then if we will try to execute this print statement, then we will get this output. Okay, let's say I'm entering a float value, okay, and we want to convert it into the float, string into float, so 3.14. Okay, so value of 3.14 is float. Similarly, string, so no need to convert it into the string. Why? Because by default it is in string. Let's say we want to convert it into the boolean. Okay, so for that we will use keyword bool. Now here you can see it is true, and the class of this variable is bool. So this is how you can get input from the user, and you can convert it into the appropriate data type. Now let's start with some simple program. Okay, so here I will write a program that will get input from the user, and that will get two number from the user and perform the addition and display answer to the user. So write a program to get two uh, integers from user, perform addition, display it to user. So here we will try to follow the naming convention. So first of all, whenever we will face this kind of scenario, okay, we will just try to figure out four things. Okay, the number one, total Number of variables. Total number of variables. So how many variables we are going to use? Number
Sir,
two. Yes.
3.
Yes.
Sir, 3.
Three. Okay, we are going to use three variable. Very good. So let me complete the step and then we will discuss individual, right? Then step number two, what will be input? Step number three, what will be operation? And step number four, what will be output? So input, operation, and output. Now, I got the correct answer from you. Total number of variable, that is three. Now here we will also specify the name of the variable which we are going to use. Okay, so what can be the name of those variables? Name of those variables can be, can you suggest me some name? Can you suggest me some name of those variable?
Sir, A,
Anyone?
B. Check A
Yes.
and B for the
No,
second option.
no, in morning only, in lecture only, we have seen, we have discussed that we cannot use A, B, X, Y, Z kind of name in program. So we can go like this, number one or number two or int1 or int2. Okay, number one or number two or int1 in integer one, integer two. Clear with this? Okay. So int1, int2, and sum. Now sum is a keyword. There is no keyword for the for the Python. So what we can say? We will write answer or something meaningful. Now you have to make sure that whenever you are using the variable name, okay, so just try to keep variable name as short as possible. Okay, but don't use single letter variable name. Okay, just try to keep it minimum three to four. Okay, and meaningful. So whoever person is reading your code, he can understand it. So integer one, integer two, and answer. This will be the three variable. This three will be the variable. What will be the input from the user side? So it will be int1 and int2. What will be the operation that we are going to perform? So answer equals to int1 plus int2. Okay, and third will be the display answer. Clear with this? Okay. Now, let's convert these comments into the program. So, as we know that there is no need to declare the variable in Python. Okay, so we will directly start with the step two. Okay, if we are going with the Java or C Sharp, then in this section we will declare the variable. But in Python, there is no need to declare the variable, so we will directly go to the next step. Uh, int1 and int. So how we will get the input from the user? So let's int1 equals to input, and then we will display message like enter number one. Okay, clear with this? Okay, then we will go with the next, that is int2 input, enter number two. Yes, clear with this? Okay. Now let's move forward. As we have discussed previously, default input type will be string. We have to convert it into the integer. Okay, so how we can do it? Int1 equals to int integer 1. Then integer 2 equals to int integer 2. That's it. We are done with the second step where we are getting input from the user and we have converted that input into the integer. Now let's perform the addition. So answer equals to int1 plus int2. Okay, we are done with the operation as well, and then we will display it to the user. So print answer is, let's say if you want to display multiple things, then you can separate those variables using comma. So here you can also display static string. So here answer is a static string, and then we will display the value of answer. So like this. So answer is answer. Now let's try to execute it. I know it will be very difficult for you to consider that for simple program also we are writing this many line of code. So let me try to execute it. Enter number one, 12, enter number two, 13, and answer is 25. Okay, now let me show you your way, the way you people are writing code in any programming language. Let's say x is equals to int input, and you will not display anything here. Then x plus equals to int input, okay, and then print x. So 12, 13, 25. That's it. Here, how many lines we have written? 15. How many lines we have written here? Only 3. But I would like to ask you one question. If after print statement, I want to use variable 1 and variable two's value, then is it possible? What is my question? After this print statement, I want to enter, I want to use 12 and 13. Then is it possible to use? No. Why? Why we cannot use it? Yes, why we cannot use it? Neither you are correct. No, because value of x is changed now. Okay, so that is overwritten. Okay, value is changed. So that is a one disadvantage. Now, uh, is there any meaning of x in program? Means x is meaningful name or not? Are you getting my question? X, variable x is a meaningful name or not? Is it meaningful? Does it make any sense to the reader? Yes. Yes, Bhavdeep. What is meaning of it? What is meaning of X? I would like to know. Is it meaningful as per naming convention? No. Okay, so as per naming convention, nothing. Okay, as a writer, you will write code like this. Okay, as a developer, okay, or as a programmer, you will write code like this. But just imagine that you have joined a new company, okay, and in entire file, developer has written only X and Y, X, Y, A, B, C. Okay, now then in that scenario, does it make any sense?
No, sir.
Okay, why? Yes, can you
Because
tell me?
variable should have meaningful name. Like what here, purpose of the variable.
Okay, good, very good. Exactly, this is what actually I wanted to convey you. Okay, in your program, each variable should have a meaningful name. Now, here, as you can see, if someone will try to read it, then he will get idea that this is an integer value. Okay, this is an integer variable. Okay, by reading the comment, okay, that developer or the new developer, new joinee will understand that this is the program for the integer, so it will get two value from the user, two integer from the user. Okay, likewise. Okay, it is not like that everything in your program should be distinguished, or it should be elaborated very well. Okay, you can make some minor modification, like you can typecast the input in the same line wherever you are getting it from the user. So like this we can do it. So this will make some sense. Okay, no problem. I don't have any problem with this. Okay, why? Because here user will know that inner function will be executed first and then outer. So first input will be received from the user, and then it will be converted into the integer. Likewise. So this is how you should write the code. Okay, are you clear with this? Your code should have some meaningful variable name. Okay, and it should have proper naming convention. So let's start our today's exercise or today's lab. Okay, I will give you definition. Yes, what is the difference between input and raw input? Now, by default, input will be uh, converted into the string. Okay, so I don't think so. Okay, raw input will have some other class. Are you getting? So as such
Sir,
of
is it mandatory to typecasting?
is it
Because
mandatory?
in Python, is there any facility for automatic typecasting? Like if we don't write their int before input function, then automatically will it convert into int or not?
So actually, you want to know that if we if we want to go with some automatic conversion, is it like that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me show you how we can do it. Let me show you by a simple demonstration. So here we will use raw input. X is equals to raw input, and then enter value. So actually, I was going to discuss this. I have planned to discuss this on next to next lab. But anyway, we have covered it. So X is equals to oh. So if you will refer to the online definition, okay, or somewhere else, then you will get that raw input is used to automatically convert something into means a container will be defined by its own. So and it also depends on the version of the Python which you are using. Okay, for example, if you are going with the Python 2 version, okay, then raw input function is available there. What in case of Python 3, it is not. So raw input is deprecated now. So it is not used nowadays. Evolved in latest version of Python. Okay, but if you are using some web application where implementation is done with Python 2, so at that time you can go with the raw input. Okay, so right now in Python 3 we are having only one. Clear
Okay,
with
sir.
this?
Okay.
Okay, so and as we have seen previously, whatever input you will give, by default it will be only string. It will remain yes, Aditya, exactly. It will remain string only. But in previous version, it was implemented with something different. And I have learned Python in 2008 first time. So at that time, Python 2.7 it was more popular. And when it was updated again, so in 2013, around 2013, I have just revised the concept. So in Python 3, at that time, Python 3.2 was more popular. So lots of changes were there. For example, print in previously, you can there was no need of writing anything in the bracket. Okay, without round bracket, you can print something in Python. Okay, but in latest or in current version of Python, you have to you can say use the round bracket and then variable name. So minor modifications are there in the Python with the release of the different version of Python. So I hope I have cleared with I have cleared your doubt.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let me give you one simple definition. Okay. I will give you a program. You are supposed to write code into the Google Colab or Anaconda if you have installed, whatever you are convenient with. And I will give you some time. And after that time, I will ask randomly. I will ask anyone to represent that screen. Okay, clear with this? So let me give you the definition. So here we initially we will write very simple, or we will consider very simple definition. And recently you people have gone through the 3-day Python workshop. So you people are familiar with the Python. Okay, so let me give you the definition. So write a program to get length and breadth of rectangle and calculate area displayed to user. Another instruction which I would like you people, which I would like to share with you people is that uh, I'm going to create your experiments on Code Tantra. So you will perform all the experiment on Code Tantra, lab experiment on Code Tantra. Okay, and then for each program, I will find out the similarity index. Okay, so then I will try to match your code with code of entire class. Okay, and if your code is matching more than, let's say, uh, 50 percentage, okay, except some few basic definition. Okay, so in that case, your code won't be considered for the submission. Okay, so I will not consider any argument like that, sir. My code was original, that person has copied from me, or my code was original, that person has copied from me. Another problem will be like that if you all of you are selecting or you are selecting any web source, okay, and you are copying entire program from particular website, then entire class or the group of the people will have same program. Okay, so all of you will be disqualified for that particular experiment submission. So be careful while you are writing code for lab experiment. Okay, why? Because I'm just going to consider it for similarity. Okay, and for few basic definitions, it's fine. I don't have any problem. Okay, but let's say if I'm giving some complicated definition, then you have to implement by your own. So this is the program. Write a program to get length and breadth of rectangle from the user and calculate area and display to the user. So you are supposed to write the code like this. Okay, first you just try to prepare the layout of your program, then define or you can say decide the total number of variable, then get input, then perform the operation, okay, and then display the output to the user. So same way you are supposed to implement for this. Okay, here with the definition. Anybody is having any doubt in definition? Okay, Bharti Kumar is asking one question. Sir, suppose an user want to know the data type of some data type by the user itself without typecasting. It will show string only. So is there any way to know the data type? So by default, data type will be on string only. Okay, the way if you want to know the data type of whatever data user has entered, then you can do one thing. You can go with the exception handling. Okay, so in exception handling, I will give you a program ask user to enter the comma separated value, perform the addition of all integer, perform the multiplication of all the float number, and perform the or remove all the vowels from the string. Okay, so there in that program, what you have to do, you have to find out the which elements are the string, which elements are the integer, which elements are the float. Okay, so at that time we will use the exception handling mechanism. So at that time we will see that how using exception handling mechanism we can know that which type of data is entered by the user. So clear with this? Okay. Okay. So while we will cover the exception handling, okay. So at that time we will see that how we can know that which type of data is entered by the user. Now you people are clear with the definition, all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can we start with the implementation? You can implement it in Colab. Okay. If you are using mobile, then in mobile also you can open the Colab in Colab. Uh, you execute the code and then you can show it to me. Okay, randomly I will ask anyone to share the screen. So start implementation. It is 1:15. After 5 minutes, no, after 7 minutes, we will. I will ask anyone to share your screen. And meanwhile, if you are having any query, you can ask me query into the chat box. So I will solve your doubt. And other will continue. Others will continue with the um, normal execution. Means you will start writing code and execute it. Got it? So start with the implementation. Yes, Nidhi. Yes, Nidhi, you have to write code for the given program. And Aditya or Bhavdeep, share your screen and run it. Execute it. Aditya?
So is this visible?
Yes, now it is visible. Good. So show me your code. Height width is equals to height into width. Yes, good. Just uh, try to develop the habit of naming convention, Aditya.
Right.
Okay. Yes, very good, very good. So right now at introductory level program, there is no need to write larger variable name. Okay, but I will give you definition after some time. So in that case, you will face the issue. Yes, good, very good. This percentage method is, I think it is from Python 2. Okay, in Python 3, there is a format method. So we will see gradually whenever we will cover the string. Good. Uh, Bhavdeep, share your screen.
Yes, sir. So this is the program and this
Okay.
is the output.
Okay. Good. 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 Done. Yes. If anyone else is done with the code, then they can share your screen. Okay. So if anybody is done with this, then they can share your screen so we can see it. Yes. Very good. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Your screen is visible. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So just try to
Here I
execute.
am using Jupyter library here and this is my code.
Okay.
This is the output.
Oh, good. Vibhusha. Yes, Vibhusha. Area, length. Yes, good. Yes, Vibhusha. Yeah, done. Jai, you can share your screen. Yes. Yes, good. Very good. Very good. Okay. Let me give you another simple definition, which will be very easy for you to implement. Yes, I forgot to tell you one thing. At any instance of time, I will take attendance. Okay, so if you are absent, or if you will be absent at that time, then you will be mark absent. Okay, so it won't be like that. You will come in last 10 minutes and then I will take the attendance. So let's do one thing. Let's take attendance right now. So yes, who is from HC? Yes, Bharti Kumari. If you are present, then say yes. Bharti Kumari, are you there? I think she is not there. Then Mohammed, Mohammed K.
Present, sir.
Okay. Then Krunal Chauhan. Krunal Chauhan, are you there? No, Krunal is not there. Then Janvi.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then Nidhi.
Present, sir.
Then Arpit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Then Meghna.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then Yash.
Present, sir.
Then next is Bhavdik. Bhavdik is there.
Present, sir.
Yes. Next is TV.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next is Isha.
Present, sir.
Next is Vibhusha.
Yes, sir.
Next is Om.
Present, sir.
Okay. Next is Hitesh.
Present, sir.
Next is Sushil Prasad.
Yes, sir.
You are absent in morning lecture,
No, sir.
but you have not said present. Uh, Aditya.
Present, sir.
Yes, then Joy. Okay, then Priyank. Priyank. Priyank is there or not? Okay, then 67. 67 is present or not? AI 67. AI 59. 56. Then AI 1. Not there. Then 41. 41 is there? Not there. Then 47. Not there. 62. Not there. 63. Not there. 44. Not there. And 61. Not there.
Sir, AI 35, sir.
AI 35. Yeah, the way. Where were you? Because when I took attendance, you were not there.
सर वो इम्प्लीमेंट करने गया था तो बंद हो गया गलती से
Hmm.
पूरे लेक्चर में था
Mhm. Okay. Anyone left for attendance?
Sir, AI 21.
Where were you when I asked for attendance?
Sir, actually, I went to join, but I was unable to do so.
Anyone? Anyone left for attendance? Jay, Nidhi, Om. Om, what is your number, Om?
50.
Okay, okay, you're there. Then Sushil Prasad, Vibhushan, yes, yes. What is your number, Yash? Okay, got it. 40, 40. So, we are done with the attendance. Now, let me give you another definition. Very simple. Okay, it will be like this only. Write a program to get
So not
ready.
able to see your screen.
Okay. Sorry. I forgot to share it. Thank you. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Write a program to get radius of
No,
circle.
sir. It is.
Is it visible?
I'm, I'm not able to see.
My screen is visible or not?
No, sir.
It is not visible. Let me reshare. Now, now is
No,
it
sir.
visible? Now is it visible?
No, sir.
No?
No.
Okay. So now it should be.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So write a program to get radius of a circle and calculate the area and display it to user. Okay. Another simple definition. So just start to just implement this definition. After 5 minutes, it is 30. So at 35, I will randomly check your program. Write a program to get radius of a circle and calculate the area displayed to the user. It is very easy. So I will give you only 5 minutes. Yes, Jay, share your screen. Jay, Hitesh, share your screen if you are done with it. Okay. Area of, let me see the screen of Jay. Where is Jay? Ah,
Sir, I have shared it.
yes. Just wait a second. I think Hitesh has said radius area of circle. Good, good. Yes. Hitesh, you can unshare your screen. Jay, uh, okay. Radius of circle, area of circle is good. Okay, again, here A is not making any sense. Okay, so as I mentioned in today's lecture, please don't use A and B. Bhavdeep, yes, share your screen.
So is it visible?
Yes, it is visible now. Good. Good, one, two. Good, good, good. Done. Yes, Aditya, you share your screen.
Sir, I have used math module. Is that okay?
Yeah, that also fine. Yes. So actually, you have tried to use the constant of math library, that is pi. Okay.
Okay, sir.
But Aditya, I would like to give you one input. I'm happy that you have just tried to use the library. Okay, but uh, if it is possible, then avoid it. Why? Because what happened that for 3.14 means for the value of pi. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You have tried to import the entire library.
Okay,
So
sir.
we can use from math import by.
Yes, sir. From
Yes,
math.
yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. From math, import pi
Import.
as a p or something else, and then you
Yes,
can
sir.
use it. So you
Yes,
can
sir.
create the alias of that pi, and then you can
By
use it.
It's a
Yes,
particular function. Yes.
yes.
Sir, I am having some issues. Let me share my screen.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Sir, I am sharing.
Yes, sure. Share it. We will solve it. Okay, you have written integer in bracket. So first of all, remove the bracket. Yes, that bracket. And remove the space before the area. Python is an indentation based language, so it will create problem. Now you execute. Name R is not defined. So RAD, yes, good. Got it?
Yeah, done it.
Yeah. Yes, anyone else who is done with this? Sushil, yes. Sushil, you can share your screen.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Is it visible, sir?
Not yet. Just try to share it again. Maybe. Okay, now it
Oh,
is visible. Yes, now it is visible.
yes, sir.
Not important. Yes, yes. Good. You have assigned it to variable 3.14 to pi, and then you have used it. Good. This also can be done.
Okay,
Good.
okay, sir.
Done. Yes. Similarly, can we have another very small definition?
Yes, sir. What?
Can I have another very small program definition?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So write a program to get height and base and calculate the area of triangle. Calculate area of triangle. Display to user. Another very simple definition. Done?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes. 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 Mm, yes. DV and Muhammad. Then 35. Okay. So you people keep keep your screen ready. I will ask you to share in 2 3 minutes. DV, then Mohammed Kaif,
Yes, sir.
and AI 035. Yes, DV, are you done with the
Yes, sir.
program?
Yes, sir.
Yes, share your screen.
Yes, sir. So is my
Yes,
screen
it is
visible?
visible. At a place,
Okay, sir.
base, control. Okay, done. Yes, then AI 035.
सर
Huh?
सर इसमें पहले गूगल में लॉगिन करने को बोल रहा है, इसलिए मैं पासवर्ड चेंज करने का याद नहीं, इसलिए वो कर रहा हूँ।
ओके 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 ओके, कोई बात नहीं, कर दो। हाँ, अभी मैं आई आई विल बी बैक टू यू अगेन। देन जस्ट अ मिनट। Yes. So we are almost. I think all of you have implemented it. Now let's move forward. How to display string in Python? Okay, so string manipulation. My screen is visible to all of you?
No, sir.
Not now.
Not now. Now
No,
is
sir.
it visible?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. Okay. Now is it visible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Good. Now how to do the string formatting in Python? Okay. So string formatting can be done like this. Let's say how to declare a string or let's say hello. Yes. So if we want to print hello 100 time, okay, then how we can do it? I think many of you might be familiar with this. So can anyone tell me the answer? Let's say if I want to print hello 100 times, then how we can do it in
By
Python?
using loop.
Loop,
Yes, sir. Loop.
loop. Okay. Okay. So in case of Python, it is not required. Let's say print a into 100. That's it. Clear? Okay. So
Yes, sir.
if you want to print hello 100 times, then you write it like this: a is equals to hello, and then print a into 100. So it will be manipulated 100 times. Now, how to display variables? B is equals to, let's say, 5, C is equals to 6. Okay, now I want to print a pattern. Okay, pattern like this. Hello, 5, 6. Okay, then 6, 5, hello. Then again, hello, 5, 6. Likewise. So how can I do it? Any input from your side? Can anyone tell me that how we can do it?
Sir, in print function, first hello, then white space, comma white space, then a,
Hmm.
comma white space, like that, where we can get that output.
Okay, okay, okay. So let me show you that how you can put argument into the string. So curly braces we will use here for here double quote 0, in curly bracket 0, 1 and 2. Here 0 will represent A, 1 will represent B and 2 will represent C. Okay, so here we will use dot format method. Format A, B, C. Okay, so let's just try to execute this simple one. Hello 56. Is it so? Yes, we are getting correct output. Hello 56. Now we want 65 hello. So what we will do? 2, 1, 0. Are you clear with this? What we have done?
Yes,
So this is something interesting. Hello 56, 65 hello, hello 56, 65 hello. Okay, so this is how you can use indexing. Okay, so in any order, if you want to print, let's say if I want to print hello 5, hello 5, hello 5. Okay, then here I have to do 0, 1, again 0, again 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So hello 5, hello 5, hello 5, hello 5, hello 5. That's it. This is how we can do it. Okay, clear with this, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, let's say if I want to display hello 56 as a whole string, okay, then we can do it like this. Print and in bracket. Here we have to use the string concatenation, means how to merge the string. Okay, so A plus. Now here A is string, so there is no need to do anything. Then in between A and B, we want space. So space, then again we will put plus, then B. But here, what is the data type of B? Data type of B is integer. Okay, and we cannot concat string with the integer, or we cannot concat integer with the string. So what we have to do, we have to typecast str of B. Then again space, then plus, then str C hello 56. So you have to remember one thing. Okay, that A, B, and C both will give same output, but what you have to consider whenever you are printing individual variable. Okay, so in that case there is no need of typecasting. Okay, it will be done by Python interpreter. But if you are printing it as a string, in that case, means here you can see here we are concatenating B and C with the A. So in that case we have to convert B and C into string, and we can display it as a string. So these are the some of the things that you should remember. Definitely we are going to discuss string. So at that time we will discuss that how we can perform the typecasting and which are the various methods. Okay, and I would like to recommend you people to go with dot format method. Okay, why? Because it is Python 3 method. So maybe in near future or up to upcoming 5 6 years, still the next version of Python is not released. Okay, till this format will be supported. Okay, that percentage method or percentage format is Python 2 format. Okay, so it might be possible that in currently also if you are trying to develop some new project, in that case in that case you will face some issues. So, in today's session, we will keep up to this. I'm keeping this window open for 5 minutes for question answer. So, if you want to ask any question from today's session, then you can ask. So, we will keep this window open for 5 minutes.
Sir, can you open that previous tab in which
Yes.
the whole code was? Okay. So,
Okay.
sir, here if we have initialize a variable b as a 5, so
Mm.
then there will be automatically it typecast, right?
Yes. Yes.
And if we are getting output from user, then we need to specify the type of the only.
No, if you are getting input from the user, okay,
Yes.
in that case, by default, it will be string.
Okay. And if
Input,
we
and we have to change accordingly. Okay, so
oh,
that we will see in exception ending. Then we will try to convert. First, we will try to convert it into integer. If it is not getting successfully converted into integer, then we will try to convert it into the float. Then we will try to convert it into the boolean likewise. Okay, so at that time we will see that how we can do typecasting explicitly or manually.
okay. And in print function, if we separate it by comma, then there will be new data type, right? Like in sixth line, we have whole string, so it will be considered. Will it consider that the whole string, or why we need to str?
Yes, yes. I got
Get
your question. Why we need to use str, right? This is the
yes.
concept. Here, actually, we are performing string concatenation. Okay, our ultimate or final answer will be in form of string.
Yes.
So, what will happen if we try to perform the addition of hello and 5? Here, hello is string and 5 is integer, so we cannot perform the addition of string and integer. So what we
Yes.
will do, we have to convert this 5 into string. Why? Because if we will convert it into string, then we can merge two string.
Yes.
Okay, so because of that reason, here we have to convert it into the string, and then
Okay.
we will merge it. Okay, here this is actually 5 string. Let me tell you. The first
Uh,
element is uh,
A.
first element is A. Okay, second
Yes.
element is blank
White
space,
space.
a white space,
Yes.
whatever you say. Third element is B. Okay,
This string B. Yes.
yeah. Fourth element is again white space, and fifth element is again C.
Still C. And after strc we write comma, then also new data type will be introduced, right?
Yes, but in that case, what will happen? It is advisable to use braces, bracket. Okay, so
Okay.
let me try to put it over here. Okay, but this will lead to confusion, as you can see. Okay, so in that case, what we should do? We will put this into bracket. Okay, so this entire set of characters will be the first argument,
Hmm.
and this will be the second argument.
Second argument. And we need to follow the same data type as we till we reach to next comma, right?
Yes, yes. No, now after this, let's say if you want to print a B or C, now why there is no need to there is no need of typecasting. Why? Because these are the individual argument.
Okay.
This is now this will become this. Okay, but here if you are printing A as a string, and inside A if you are putting B and C, which are the integer, okay, then it will lead to the problem.
Okay. So in particular argument, there should be
Yes,
same type of data type, right?
data exactly. So that's the reason that we have converted everything into the string.
Okay. Now I got it.
Got it?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. So anyone else is having any doubt?